Okay, good morning. So we're going to be collecting some data this morning, and I've got a helper here who you may recognise, and he's going to be taking part in an experiment. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to be measuring our breathing rate, and our breathing rate is how many times we breathe every minute. So Edward's going to show you how to do that. And I've got a stopwatch here. So he's going to start now. And he's going to stop after 1 minute. We'll not stop breathing forever, hopefully. So that's one so far. Every time he breathes in, he's counting. That's 2 breaths. That's 3. Every time he breathes in, just what you do normally. Don't suddenly start breathing really fast, yeah? That's 5 so far. Or was it 4? Let's see how long we've been doing this for. 32 seconds so far. Now, most people would breathe about 10 times per minute. So let's see if Edward is above or below or on that average. I think he's on 7. So you count every time you breathe in. That's 8. That's 9. How are we doing for time? Oh, that's 1 minute, so let's stop there. Well, I don't think that 10th one counted. So was that 9, Edward? 9 breaths per minute. Now, what Edward's going to do now is that he's going to do some exercise. And we're going to see if the breathing rate changes or not. So, what you're going to do, Edward, is you come this way, please. So you're going to do some exercise for about a minute or so. So what I'd like you to do, please, is you see the bottom of the road there? If you can run down and come back again, do that about 3 or 4 times. All right, off you go. Mind the road as well, and don't get run over, please. So there he goes, he's going to exercise for 1 minute. I forgot my stopwatch, so while he's running, I'm going to get my stopwatch. So it's on, here we go. Okay, he's got about another 50 seconds of exercise to do. There he goes. Well done. Right, try it again, please. That's not a minute yet. It's always good to get out if you can and do some exercise, especially when we're not allowed out at the moment. Right, I just need to put that down for a second. Right, about another 20 seconds, Edward. One more time. Well done. So I'm just getting my stopwatch ready. Now, his breathing rate should increase. He should be breathing much harder now. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare. That's it. Come on then, this way. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to count his breathing rate now, and we're going to do it for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go. Nine, 10, 11, 12, that's 30 seconds. Keep going. 19. Right, another 15 seconds, please. Okay, so that was 20, 15? No.
25.
25, right, 25, that's right, you forgot to say. Right, start counting again, please, go. So, Edward, after I'm going to show you how you can record this while Edward counts. Keep counting, Edward. So, his normal breathing rate, which I'm going to put at 0 minutes, was 9. After exercise, it was 25. So we're going to see what the next one is, and you're going to tell me in 12 seconds how many you've counted this time. Now, I'm predicting that the breathing rate has gone down. It should be lower than 25. What is your number, Edward?
16.
It's gone down to 16. Start counting again, please. Okay, so it's 16 now. So what's happening to Edward is that his body is recovering after the exercise. His body needed extra oxygen because of the exercise, so the energy can get to his muscles, but he's recovering, all right? And slowly, his breathing rate should return to 9, but probably not yet. So you've got another 20 seconds, please, of this minute. So let's see what his breathing rate. My prediction is that it will be less than 16, but it should still be more than 9 because it hasn't fully recovered yet. His breathing rate should still be slightly higher than normal. Okay, what number is it this time? 14. Okay, start again, please. So after 3 minutes, 14. We're going to do this 2 more times. Most people would recover their breathing rate and it would go back to normal, normally after about 5 minutes, okay? So we've got another 30 seconds. So again, his normal breathing rate is 9. This time it was 14. My prediction, looking at that data, is that the next number will be 12. But let's see what it is. Okay, he's got another 15 seconds to count. I would guess around 12, perhaps 11 or maybe 13. It should be getting lower because your body needs less and less oxygen. Right, just a few more seconds. Okay, Edward, what's the number? 11. So his body's recovering. So 4 minutes after the exercise, 11. And I would guess this time it will be 9 or perhaps 10. So let's see if the prediction is right. So his body's recovering, it's going back to normal. His body doesn't need as much oxygen, so he doesn't need to breathe so much. It's just gone back to normal. And this is also a way of showing how healthy you are. Because if your body takes a long time to go back to its normal breathing rate, that may suggest that you need to do more exercise. The quicker your body recovers and goes back to normal, the fitter you are. Okay, so 3 or 4 more seconds, so 3, 2, 1, and what's your rate this time, Edward? 9, gone back to normal, there we go. So my last piece of data here is 9. Right, you can go back inside now, Edward, thanks very much for your help. So, we got some data. So what are we going to do with this? Well, we're going to put this into a line graph. And I'm going to try and hold this and just show you what to do. What you can do is going to be much neater, of course, okay? Now, you're going to have a y-axis and an x-axis. Let's do that again. Okay, now along the x-axis is going to be time, how many minutes we did that for. So we'll start with 0. Now make sure you measure this out equally. So perhaps each minute could be 2 or 3 centimetres. You need to work that out depending on the kind of paper you're using. Down the side here is the number of breaths. Now the highest number that Edward used was, let's have a look at the data, 25. So I need to go up to 25. And if you measured that, say for example, it was, we could go in fives, and perhaps if it was 15 centimetres, then every 3 centimetres could be 5. I'm doing it roughly, but if you can spend more time doing that, please, okay? So number of breaths down here, time across here. So Edward's normal breathing rate at 0, that was before exercise, I'm put a little X here, was 9. 1 minute after the exercise, it went all the way up to 25. The next number was 16. So that's after 2 minutes, about here. Then it went down to 14. Then it went down to 11. And then it went back down to normal at 5. So we've plotted our points. And the last thing you need to do is to join them up. Now we would do this with a nice flowing line. We do it free hands, got a bit of a curve at the top here, join it together, and it would look something like that. Okay? So I'd like you to do something similar, please. Count your breathing rate, do some exercise, and then count how many breaths per minute you take after the exercise. And I think you'll find that you will be able to draw a line graph, something similar to this, where your breathing rate goes up very quickly, and then as your body recovers, it comes down. Okay, if you can go outside and you have permission, then do that. If you don't have permission to go outside, perhaps you can do some exercise in your house. Okay, I look forward to seeing your graphs. Thank you very much.